The pro-digital currency Rishi Sunak and his family are linked to a China-backed tech firm that is working to introduce digital IDs and the social credit system. Here we go again. Welcome to the channel. The first video is going to be about the former Chancellor of the United Kingdom, Rishi Sunak, who's still leading in the first stage of the Tory leadership election, and it's important to be open and transparent with the public. It's open to raise awareness and spread the message. So let's talk about him, because as we know, Rishi Sunak is a big defender of the World Economic Forum and globalism, which, fair enough, that's an ideology that hasn't worked. It's still not working, yet it's been accelerated, regardless of its negative impacts. Well, the ultra version of it at least. So, he and his family, they have always been in favor of corporatism, let's just say, not necessarily capitalism. And now he's being criticized because his family, his father-in-law, have a company, the whole gang. And people say, well, it's his family. He might not be a believer in those ideas. Well, are you sure about that? Because it's the same Rishi Sunak that essentially introduced and pushed for the implementation of a Bank of England's very own digital currency that you can use to program and centralize all decisions and control. It's not like cryptocurrency that's decentralized. So let's talk about the company, because he's clearly on the same side. The company, with the headquarters in India, followed by China, is called Infosys. Infosys and the subsidiary Finacle, they have come up with a lot of impressive technological products and services, but they have also been behind the ideas to push the ideas of digital currency, digital IDs, and the social credit system that China and the CCP are trying these days. Now, the problem here is that, well, firstly, their office in China, their base, has actually received an award from President Xi. They became one of the top employers of 2022. So well done, Infosys. Right, you got rewarded by President Xi, but at the same time, they are one of the top partners of the World Economic Forum, the massive lobby group that gives a very open access to corporations and the rich, that they can easily access the presidents and prime ministers and Prince Charles, for example, whereas all the other medium-sized and small businesses and individuals in the country, in the world, can't really have that privilege. But it is what it is, right? It's an exclusive club. But the idea behind this group is that they've written a lot of articles in favor of these products that we mentioned. For example, on WF's website, they wrote why it's time to take central banks' digital currency seriously. They said, who can blame the People's Bank of China when it announced in February that it would be destroying cash collected in high-risk environments such as public transport, markets, or in hospitals. They've also said that the potential for China here is immense. If the RMB, which is the digital currency, is adopted broadly as a system to streamline trade and reduce risk, China could become the world's trade banker as well as its factory. Yet, the bigger goal for China is actually more local and relates to financial inclusion. So you're defending China. That, by the way, China are the innocent ones. They just want to go more local. They just want to focus on financial inclusivity, inclusion. that would have been a different thing, but it is what it is, because when you look at everything else they've done, there are so many articles that you can actually check out if you do some digging. What we're going to do it for you is digital identity can help advance inclusive financial services. They wrote this a year ago, and since then, no one's really debated these idiotic ideas that they come up with. What are you talking about here? Everything is supposed to be about the illusion of self-control and self-identity, and you are your own person. But in reality, every decision is being made centrally by central states and governments, as well as corporations that go hand in hand with big governments. WF's another promo for them is about shaping the future of financial and monetary systems. The last time that these idiots, the centralized idiots, changed the monetary system, the global financial system, They made a bit of a mess, didn't they? Look at the money printing. Since the gold standards, everything's become more of a mess. That wasn't even a perfect system. But look at it now. The fiat currency is going down. The whole system is not fixable. You could pick your best candidate to become president or prime minister. Nothing's going to change because the whole system is flawed. Get used to it. That's the reality that we're living in. This is the new Matrix. So that's a metaphor, by the way. We're not actually in the Matrix, I think. Right, we're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to start giving you some more updates on what's going on in this country. So subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.